video, we will be reviewing the functions of a heat map in Tableau. Specifically, I'll be demonstrating how to create a map that measures data based on responses from individual states and have the colors on the map reflect the success of each state based on their average responses to a category. For this example, the map I'll be measuring how prepared employees feel at different locations in the company based on the Q12 data that was provided in our spreadsheet. So starting with a blank map on Tableau, the first thing we're going to go over and do is grab the state pill from the employee data section and drag it to filters. Tableau will prompt you to select which state's data you'd like to be displayed. In this case, I'm going to select all so that all the reported data from the organization nationwide will be displayed. Hit apply and OK. After this, you must retrieve the state pill again and drag it across to the marks box and drop it in the detail box. This will cause the map to visually reflect which states reported data. Next, grab the data that you would like to measure by state. For this example, I'll be using a prepared label under the Q12 data tab, which was a calculated field that my group created. Drag the pill over to marks and drop it into the color tab. The pill will automatically turn green and measure it as a sum. Since we're trying to measure the average response of each state, you'll need to adjust the measurement from sum to average. To do this, right-click on the pill, click on Measure, and then click on Average. This will change the map from finding the sum of the scores to averaging the responses. Before we move on how to adjust the colors, let's review how you get to this point one more time. Going back to the beginning, starting with the blank map, you're going to go to State, drag it to Filters, select All, apply it, hit OK, select State or the state pill again, drag it to Detail. That'll visually bring it up, and then you're going to go down to your Q12 data section and drag Prepared over Color, and then adjust it by right-clicking into Average. At this point, your map should be set to the default colors of gradient blue. In order to change this, drag your cursor to the top right corner of the screen where the color scale is displayed, so over here, and click the drop-down menu in the top right corner of the box. Hit Edit, Colors. Select the drop-down menu from the palette box. From here, you can choose whichever color palette makes the most sense for your project. I personally prefer using Sunrise Sunset Diverging, as it has a wide variety of colors and clear distinction. This will set the default to be blue as the lower score and red as the higher score. Since red typically signals warnings or less impressive results, I want to reverse the colors by selecting the reverse box. This will also make it so that the lower scores are reflected in red while the higher scores are in blue. If you just exit out of this, you can now see on your map that the lower performing states with the lower average prepared scores are in red, whereas the higher average prepared scores are in blue. To review, go to the upper right corner of the screen to select the color box, hit Edit Colors, hit the drop-down menu, and you can choose any color that makes sense for the project. For this, we use Sunrise Sunset Diverging, and I reversed it so that red would be at the end.